Hello and welcome to this week's installment of Tips and Tricks. I'm your host, Matt York. I'm sure you've noticed our new intro graphics. We've gotten numerous questions regarding the techniques used to create it, so we're going to walk you through it step by step, recreating it for you today. I'm here with Derek DeMarco, Videomaker's production director. So Derek, how did your team come up with this new intro?
Well, with like all great ideas, it starts with a brainstorming meeting, and we came together and we decided we wanted to try to do some live action video capture to animation. And it's much like the rotoscoping or like the Charles Schwab commercials you've seen recently. So what we decided is to do that workflow, so we made lots of choices within our studio and our setup and our lighting and our staging to help facilitate that workflow.
All right, well, let's take a more detailed look at the set.
Against a light-colored wall, we taped a white sheet to cover the darker trim. White foam core or cardboard works better than cloth on the floor. As you can see here, regular foot movement causes the cloth to wrinkle, thus creating shadows which are problematic during post-production. The main objective with the lighting is to create a high contrast between the figure and the background while diminishing shadows. Keep the background and the floor hot and bright. We placed someone on the foam core and experimented with the lighting for about a half an hour until we arrived at our final setup. As you can see, we use 5 lights, but your setup will vary depending on the effect you want and the space and lighting equipment that you have at your disposal. Give yourself plenty of time to set up. Getting the setup right will save you hours in post-production. All right, now that you've seen how we've set up the studio for the capture, we're going to go ahead and have Matt become the stick figure and create the action. Because of the effect we wanted, we asked Matt to dress in black from head to toe. Be warned, although, it may seem like a good idea to cover up gaps in the clothing or cover logos with black tape. Even gaffer's tape is highly reflective and will cause more problems than it solves. Shiny shoes should also be avoided. When shooting, we open the camera's iris to blow out some of the detail. This helps to diminish any remaining shadows. Positioning the talent further away from the wall helps to eliminate shadows as well. We had our movement planned out to the second to match our background animation. Having someone with a stopwatch calling out seconds as the action plays out can be very helpful.
All right, now that we've captured our raw footage, we'll turn it into animation next week to complete the effect, so be sure to check that out. I'm Matt York. Thanks for watching this week's Tips and Tricks, and we'll go out with the footage we just shot. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Canon for the cameras, Mackie for our audio board, TDK for our blank media, SAMSON for our mics and cables, Sony for the HD TV, and focus enhancements for the Firestore direct capture devices we're using for our show.